I first got famous because of the genetic selection stuff that we do. And then after that, it was the pronatalist stuff, and everybody got mad at me. And I recently saw a video, so I'm glad you support me, Leaflit, is we need to beat our kids again. And that's the next thing I got big for, was promoting child beating. And, you know, you've seen from the videos the horrible relationship I have with my kids, right? So clearly they are, all the progressives were like, the kids are going to be traumatized. The kids are going to hate you. And I do not spank. Spanking is weird to me. Spanking seems weird and sexualized and ritualized. I bought my kids, which means I slap them across the face when they now freak me out. I'm like, come here, you little shit.
Did you hear the story about when I got spanked pretty bad as a kid, and I had like a technique for it?
What? Okay, what is this?
Okay,
Continue.
so one time I got in big trouble. I forgot exactly what happened. It had to do with something I did at someone's house, like just being. I don't remember exactly. I think we were playing some kind of game and we were being bad, but anyway, so you know, my dad gets really pissed at me, right? And he brings out the belt, and I'm like, oh, this is not good, right? This is not good, right? And so like my dad is like, he's about to give me the belt, right? And I look at my dad like right in the eye, and I say, hold on 1 second, all right? I run upstairs, I put on 4 pairs of jeans, and I come back downstairs. And my dad, he just kind of like, fair enough, and then he just let me wear it.
Fair enough. That's good for your kids being inventive there, right?
Gonna increase the AC, you know.
No, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna screw up all your kids." It's like Leaflet with kids. I think when you look at the mental health crisis among children, and it is bad. Now it was 1 in 4 during the pandemic. Now 1 in 5. 1 in 5 young girls, and this is CDC data, not some far right website or something, makes a plan to kill themselves, not over the course of their entire childhood, but on any given year. 1 in 5 young girls.
That's crazy. There was a girl that did that.
What?
There was a young girl that killed herself. What was that story? It was like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they do it all the time now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's literally like we're living through the happening of like children, like people just jumping off rooftops and stuff, and everybody's acting like it's perfectly fine, right? Like, I think when you remove any form of suffering from a child's life, you create an environment. And a lot of parents here see that it's not just physical punishment. It's kids are put in environments where parents really never even verbally punish them. They never really tell them they're wrong. This is what gentle parenting is really all about, right? If you remove the experience of negative stimuli from a child's life, they're going to hypersensitize to those stimuli. And so then they grow up and they go to school and they get rejected by somebody, or worse, they isolate in communities where no one can tell them that they're wrong, and everyone is constantly affirming them, and then they go on the internet and somebody tells them they're wrong, and they have like a literal mental breakdown, right? Or someone doesn't affirm their perspective of the world. This is where they get this idea that even people should affirm their perspective of the world, where most of us are used to people disagreeing with me is not violence.
Yeah, I mean, it's just true, right? Like you're not exposed to any sort of disagreement. You're not exposed to any sort of discipline. Then it becomes shocking to you, like when it does happen. And people are adaptable, right? Like humans are super adaptable. But if you don't have anything to adapt to, then I mean, then that's when you run into problems of the adaptability being too slow.
Yeah, well, and it's also just so natural. If you have a large family, like almost everyone else I know is a large family, does the same thing I do, and they're always like behind the scenes. They're like, I wouldn't say it publicly, but sometimes kids just need to be fucking bopped. Like they're like because you see, I mean, kids do things. There's a window of especially communication with kids where they just cannot clearly understand what you're communicating to them, but they're capable of doing things that could get them or their siblings killed.
Yeah, you see that video of like the mom that caught her kid at the protest and just like fucking dragged them away and started beating them.
That's hilarious.
Don't let me ever catch you. Yeah, it was a black woman. She was like, don't ever make me catch you doing any of this shit again. Just fucking bopping them over the head and dragging them away.
That's how you raise a good kid, you know? And I'll tell you what, one, black families practice corporal punishment at way higher rates. Leftists were so confused when I pointed this out I was like, if you say that anyone who do this is like monstrous, you're saying that black culture is monstrous because it's disproportionately practiced within black communities in America. And leftists freaked the fuck. They're like, you can't say we're racist. You're the racist. How can you say I'm a racist when you're the racist? It's like they only understood this like attack card, and then I do a reversal on them, and they start freaking out.
They kind of are though. They kind of are the most racist people, honestly. Like just consistently, every time I deal with like these leftist people that always like to call other people racist, they just consistently are the most racist.
When people say people confuse permissive parenting with gentle parenting, no, I'm not confusing the two. Gentle parenting is not, even if you are doing gentle parenting in a way that is not necessarily permissive, it is explicitly about removing negative ramifications for bad actions in your child's life and coming up with other ways to discourage bad actions and encourage good actions. That's I'm going through. We got some good comments here. Yeah, I can't give them statistics if it broke their worldview, you know. And a lot of people are like, well, some people go overboard with this stuff, and some people do go overboard, but I don't. So, you know, I don't understand how like some people X, Y, Z, and even my children are sort of, they have a saying, bops are justice, because they have siblings, right? And when you have a lot of siblings, you start to be like, oh yeah, I don't like being bought myself, but my God, what if you didn't bought my siblings, right? Like what if they could just do whatever they wanted to without repercussions?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's also like just so much faster and less, because otherwise you're emotionally escalating. You know, you're punishing them by showing some form of emotional escalation instead of, and I've noticed this broadly with people who do like bop style punishment with kids, is they do it to avoid any form of emotional escalation. So it's just like, knock it off. You know, you're not showing a rejection of them. You're just showing like the Roomba hit the wall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, my kids, their favorite thing to do is fight. And that's the other thing that I think, like, physically, people talk about, like, different love languages. And I think one of the things that is at least very clear for, like, I don't know if it's my genetic subgroup or something like that, or it might be my personality style or my kid's personality style, but fighting with my kids is the primary way that they show love. Like, to the extent that, like, feel like just doing chores or something, and one of our younger ones will just ram us at full speed and, like, nearly knock us over. And we're like, Torsten, like, we're carrying, well, why did you do that? And he goes, oh, because I love you, right? Like,
you got that anime thing going on. You know the anime where they like run at full speed and tackle a person?
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah. By the way, for people, when you get kids or if you have kids, I want to tell you a setup to do, and it does not cost as much as you would think. So you can today get indoor bouncy houses with the like inflator things. We got ours for $300 at BJ's. Okay. It's lasted us for around 4 or 5 years with me, an adult, playing in it with the kids. Right. So you get them one of these, you get them some sock 'em boppers, okay? You get them some inflatable swords and shields. You just throw that out there. You get in the bouncy house with the kids on your knees, and you can just battle. And kids love battling. Maybe not all kids do. My kids love battling. Foam noodles don't actually work as well because kids learn how to hurt other people with those really quickly.
It's because they're whips, that's why. The foam noodles, if you hold like the bottom and then you swing it, the end has insane like speed, velocity. So then when you hit them with the end of it, it starts to hurt really bad. But foam noodles are bad. I speak from experience, by the way.
No, foam needles can hurt. Like sock and boppers are actually very good at blunting hits. The problem is that they often get leaks after not a long time. They're not as durable a toy as I would like.
Maybe you can make one.
Well, I did. I made a bunch of boppers for my kids out of empty lemonade bottles, and then we cleaned them out and we have them. But the kids are a little too apt at hurting each other with those. You know, because they make a satisfying donk sound when you hit someone, and you know.
Yeah, maybe you can make some foam like LARP short swords, because if they're shorter, they don't have as much velocity on the tip.
That's I might even go down later and grab one of these weapons so you can see the child weapons that we have fashioned for battling. Because if you're not battling your children, what's the point in having them, right?
True.
Actually, I want to get like when we have a network of children that's like for around our kids' age for our like arranged marriage network, and we're going to be reaching out. So when you have kids, when other influencers, you let me know. I'll put you guys on the list. And I want to be able to do like meetings as they get a bit older, where they can like all hang out together. I think it'd be really cool to do like family battles and stuff like that. Of the various families. I think that'd be a lot of fun to build like family pride. They dress in like family outfits. The parents like cheer them from the sidelines with the
like a LARP battle.
Yeah, family LARPing. Yeah,
that sounds really fun, actually.
Well, I mean, this is how you can turn something like LARPing or like games into something that has like direct utility to building an identity for the next generation.
Well, also, the thing with things like LARPing and like play fighting, even as an adult, and this might be, maybe people can't really relate to this, but that kind of stuff, kind of going back a little bit to childhood, obviously not being like a full like Disney adult or anything like that, but going back to like childhood in some way helps with creativity like a ton, immensely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you can. The funny thing is people keep trying to, through like Disney and stuff like that, recapture their childhood, and you recapture your childhood through children, right? Like taking your kids to Disney as the experience, going there yourself will not recap your biology changes. The things that give you happiness change in the same way it did when you went through your first puberty. You as an adult are sort of designed for more of a mentor life stage, right? You can recapture some of the childhood thing. Now, I'll give you one tip on bopping kids, right? So if you really want it to work, Kurt, you just gotta hold a brick when you do it. I'm joking, of course. Don't hit your children with a brick.